though?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why I'm asking. What's live life to the fullest? If you living your life to the fullest, why he can't live his life?
Well, mine don't have a pink substance. And I ain't on the boat with,
So Stefon Diggs was not present at the Patriots' voluntary OTAs after a video of him went viral on a boat with girls and his alleged new boo, Cardi B. In the video, he passed a pink substance to one of the girls, and of course, the video went viral, but it's not even just about the video. Basically, it got to his coach because the reporters asked him about the video, and the coach responded saying he is aware of the video. And he said, obviously, we want to make great decisions on and off the field. We're hoping that with our time here on the field today, that we don't have a script and we're on the call periods, that we're making great decisions. Mase, what was your reaction to the video? And then did you have a problem with it? What the coach said, any aspect of it?
Just looking at, I thought the video was several things, it just sheds the light on he's a guy that lived to the fullest. I think he's gonna continue to live his life as he should, and it's just gonna boil down.
What does that mean, Mace, when somebody lives to the fullest?
Live his life as he should.
No, I want to know what live to the fullest means.
Live to the fullest means Stefon Diggs is gonna do whatever he wants to do.
So you don't live to the fullest?
Not like he does. I live my version of.
That's why I asked you. That's why I asked you the question.
Yeah, he lives his life to the fullest.
But there's different versions of to the fullest.
Everything he wants to do. His life to the fullest.
You ain't doing everything you want to do though.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why I'm asking. What's live life to the fullest? If you living your life to the fullest, why he can't live his life?
Well, mine don't have a pink substance. And I ain't on the boat with,
Yeah, that's why I was trying to figure out what the definition of live to the fullest was.
Yeah, and I ain't trying to call the girls extra, but you get what I'm saying. He's living it to the fullest. He's a bachelor. He hasn't tied the knot. He's still searching. He's still enjoying himself.
I just wanted to get the definition. That's it.
Yeah, and I think I forgot the name of the pink. People are saying it's pink cocaine and all that, but I didn't see pink cocaine. I just saw a Kool-Aid pack, but I don't know if it was a Kool-Aid pack. I didn't get to zoom in on it, so I can't really say. What do you think it was? Did you see them sniff anything?
I don't even know. They were holding the bag. Do I think it was Kool-Aid? Absolutely not.
Who knows? It could have been. You remember those days? The old people, they used to call it snuff. It'd be in a pack like that.
Yeah.
People rub it on their gums.
That's what Tootsie is.
Oh, you rub it on your gums?
That's what people do.
What's Tootsie?
What's Tootsie?
That's the pink cocaine.
Oh, it's called Tootsie. You know, huh?
I've seen that.
Well, I never seen it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. But thanks for sharing.
Yeah, I like
that's
to
what
be
that
educated.
is. No, I'm telling y'all, that's what I don't know if that's what he had, but it looks like that.
But I think the coach was just covering for him. The coach was saying what he should say, but I don't think they were really excited about that information, because when a team is not winning the way they should, then the worst thing in the world is to have players that ends up being a distraction to the team, and I'm hoping he doesn't become that. But he's going to continue to live his life to the fullest.
Was it mandatory minicamp?
Voluntary.
Then what they talking about? That's what I'm trying to say. Niggas is always trying to make a story about something. Not you said, because I've seen it all over the place as well.
Yeah.
If it's not mandatory and it's voluntary, and he's been in the league for years, he knows what he needs to do to be ready for the season. Why are we talking about this? Now, we gonna talk about the pink substance. I didn't see the pink substance. I was just looking at the surroundings and everything else. I didn't know if it was pink substance. I didn't see anything, to be totally honest with you. I wasn't paying to that. So listen, I was more thinking about, I wonder if Cardi B's gonna be mad at this. That's what I was looking at, because he's telling the bitches to call him daddy and all type of shit. But they may be cool, have that type of relationship where it ain't no big thing. If it ain't mandatory, oh well. As far as the pink substance, is concerned. You can't prove what it is. I mean, cotton candy for you. We don't know.
Yeah.
Can't zoom in. Only person that knows is that Tootsie. I've never heard of Tootsie till today. I'm late to the party. I'm sorry. I never sold. First of all, I never took any cocaine. I never sold the pink one, so I wouldn't even know where to get the pink one from. I'm out to loot with that. I should know everything pink, right? I should be in the loop.
Yeah, that sounded kind of weird. You didn't know.
Yeah, I retired by the time pink cocaine came out. I ain't got time for no murder case murder. This spiking shit with fentanyl, putting dye on the cocaine. Listen, man, I did Pedico and it was fresh. It was pure. Wasn't nothing else added to it, man. They had a good time. But if the more of the story is, whatever the coach said, doesn't matter. As long as Stefon Diggs, you ain't see him taking no drugs, it doesn't matter. And it wasn't mandatory camp, it was voluntary. So I'm not gonna make a big deal out of this.
Yeah, a couple things. Let me make it clear. I don't do any drugs. I don't even smoke weed. I just know what it is. Let me preface that first. Second of all, to Ken's point, yes, I just posed the question because it is a viral video and a lot of people are talking about it. But I do want to give my 2 cents because people be like, man, you trying to be like, it's literally viral. Everybody's talking about it, so I bring it up here so they can have their opinions too. And honestly, I completely agree. I don't understand why people are making it such a big idea. I think people have too much lenses into things that have nothing to do with them because somebody who's not outside, not out, they probably looking like, oh my gosh, he's such a bad influence, da 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 da. If he want to go do that on the boat that he rented, he can go do that on the boat that he rented. I know people were saying, should Cardi B be upset about it? If that girl want to go live her best life and go be on a boat with the girls who are shaking, let her go do that because she's allowed to go do that. And if he want to go party, he can go do that too.
Cardi was married to Offset.
No.
Are they officially divorced?
That I don't know.
Yeah, so then she can't be upset if she's still going through a divorce.
I just feel like, what is she? People were basically saying she would be mad about the girls all over him, but it's like, if they know what it is and she just want to have a good time, he want to go have a good time, they can go have a good time together. That's what I think. And as far as the drugs, I don't support doing drugs. Y'all can do what you want to do, though. It looked like the girls was down. Some people are into that. If he pulled it out and that's what they want, y'all got it. It looked
like they was happy.
That's what I'm saying. They got it. Nobody is being forced to do nothing. Everybody is enjoying their time the way they want to do it. Again, the OTAs were voluntary. I personally don't see a problem with it because people were texting it to me like, this is such a bad look. And I'm like, I get that.
Think in that time, I really believe now that I'm hearing more context that in the time we're living in, it's not good for guys to give women any kind of drugs, no matter where they're at. Well, because that comes back to be an issue.
That's a whole nother piece.
Do any of your friends do drugs?
My close friends, no.
I knew it. I knew you would say no.
Yeah, your associates.
I know it.
She said a close friend. So what's close?
Exactly.
Like my best friends, no. People I've been around, people like doing
That's how you know
stuff.
what the pink cocaine is?
Sure.
Oh.
She knows what Tootsie is, but nobody does drugs around her.
No, actually though, like none of my friends do. Because for what? The only thing you will see us with is liquor.
Where you see Tootsie
that is
at?
all. People be pulling that out at the club. That's why I've seen it. I was like,
so how you knew what the name was?
Because I asked. I was like, what is that? Oh. They said this. You don't want this. I said, I don't.
Was it your close friends?
Mm-mm. It was not. What is the face? If it was my close friend, I would just tell y'all that.
They were in your section?
Part of it.
Okay.
It was it. There's different parts, but people be doing that. I don't support it. That's how, rest in peace, Louis, because that's how the guy from One Direction died.
We ain't judging. You ain't on trial.
No, I know. I'm just saying. No, because actually, though, don't do drugs. Like, I just don't do that. Like, people I don't like that.
Yeah, this is a bad time for guys to be offering girls drugs. No, even if they want them.
Even if they, words from Mase.
Yeah.
That's that. Okay. But yeah, I just don't see a problem with that. That's what they want to do. So that's my opinion on that. Okay. So moving
and that's not that there's ever a good time, but you know.
Yeah, it's just a lot going on. Like, and to that point, as far as being responsible, it's like, you're ramping up for the season. Yeah. People are recording, probably don't, like, that's just being smart about certain things.
And you don't know what a person's reaction to it is going to be. Like, say it's just something recreational they were doing, for them, they may feel like it's okay, and he just gives it to the girl. She have a different reaction. It's gonna be on him.
Right.
So, right now it's kind of really crazy for athletes and all of us as celebrity.
Yeah. No, that's a true point too, because you just never know how people are going to react.
Mm-hmm.
And then per video, you don't know what they are going to say prior to, after, under them, all those things. It's just a tricky situation.
Yeah, today they love them. Tomorrow they may not feel the same.
Amen. Say, man, you heard it here, because that's exactly how I don't know.
If you're new to the channel, buckle up, because today's story has taken over social media, NFL locker rooms, and even conversations throughout Harlem. We're breaking down the viral Stefon Diggs boat video, but believe me, that's only the beginning. The real twist came when Mase and Cameron shared their thoughts on the situation during an episode of their podcast, Come and Talk to Me. And you won't believe this, their perspective wasn't what most people expected, and it completely changed the way many fans viewed the controversy. So make sure you stick around, because every new detail makes this story even more interesting. But before we get into what they had to say, let's rewind for anyone who missed the chaos that unfolded over Memorial Day weekend in 2025. Stefon Diggs, one of the NFL's elite wide receivers and a 4-time Pro Bowler who signed a 3-year contract worth up to $69 million with the New England Patriots in March 2025, suddenly found himself in the middle of a major controversy after a boat video spread across the internet. And this wasn't just another vacation clip of an athlete enjoying some time off. Instead, the footage showed Diggs partying on a boat surrounded by women in bikinis. Then came the moment that sent social media into full investigation mode, when he appeared to hold up a small clear bag containing an unidentified pink substance. To make matters even more controversial, the video also seemed to capture him saying, "Don't take all of it." As you'd expect, the internet didn't waste a single second reacting. Within hours, the clip was everywhere, and suddenly, everyone had a theory. People started zooming in on every frame, creating their own explanations, tagging the Patriots, and even pulling Cardi B into the discussion. Before long, the video had become one of the biggest talking points online. So why did Cardi B suddenly become part of the story? That's where things took another unexpected turn and grabbed even more attention. Throughout the spring of 2025, Diggs and Cardi B had been publicly linked as a couple, regularly making headlines together. They were spotted courtside at the Boston Celtics and New York Knicks playoff game inside Madison Square Garden, attended the Met Gala together, and became increasingly open about their relationship. Around that same time, Cardi B, who was in the middle of a widely publicized divorce from Offset, shared multiple Instagram photos and videos featuring herself with Diggs, including footage from a boat outing. One of those posts alone collected more than 4.4 million likes, showing just how invested fans had become in their relationship. So when another boat video surfaced, showing Diggs surrounded by different women while holding what appeared to be a pink substance, social media instantly erupted with fresh questions. Some people focused on what might have been inside the bag. Others questioned his relationship with Cardi, while many simply wanted to know what they had actually seen. Then, the spotlight quickly shifted toward how the NFL would respond to the growing controversy. During a May 28th press conference, New England Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel addressed the viral video with a calm and measured response. He remained composed, acknowledged that the organization had reviewed the footage, and made it clear he wasn't going to fuel the situation by overreacting in front of the media. Vrabel stressed that every player is expected to make responsible decisions both on and off the football field. He also explained that any conversations between himself, Diggs, and the Patriots organization would remain private. He didn't publicly call out his star receiver, but he also made it obvious the team wasn't brushing the situation aside. Vrabel further noted that Diggs missed that specific organized team activity because it was completely voluntary. And as you'll see later, Cameron believed that one word, voluntary, completely changed the conversation. As for Diggs, he stayed quiet for several weeks and didn't publicly respond until the Patriots' mandatory minicamp in June. When Stefon Diggs finally broke his silence, he handled the situation almost exactly the way many people expected. He told reporters that he prefers to keep his personal life out of the spotlight. He also revealed that he had already spoken privately with Mike Vrabel and members of the Patriots organization, adding that those discussions would stay behind closed doors. Even when reporters kept asking the same question in different ways, Diggs calmly reminded them they were going to get the exact same answer every time. At one point, he even said, "I don't want to be rude, but I'd hate to repeat myself." It was obvious he arrived at that press conference fully prepared for every possible angle. He never looked rattled, he never sounded defensive. Instead, he stayed composed, confident, and completely in control, leaving the media with very little they could turn into another headline. Depending on how you see it, that was either the smartest way to shut the story down, or the very thing that encouraged even more speculation. But here's where this story takes a turn that you probably didn't expect. What did Mase and Cameron actually think about everything that unfolded? Because their reaction caught a lot of viewers completely off guard. During the May 29th episode of Come and Talk to Me, Mase, Cameron, and co-host Stat Baby sat down to break down every detail of the Stefon Diggs boat video. And trust me, the direction they took wasn't what many people expected from two men who know firsthand how quickly public opinion can shift. Mase opened the discussion by saying the video was several things, but his overall reaction was far from outrage. He wasn't interested in judging Diggs or treating the situation like some career-ending scandal. Instead, Mase's message was simple. Stefon Diggs is a grown man enjoying his life, and he should be free to do exactly that. When Cameron asked him to explain what he meant, Mase expanded on his point. According to him, living life to the fullest means Diggs is going to make his own choices, regardless of outside opinions. Mase admitted his own lifestyle looks nothing like what everyone saw on that boat, but he also said that doesn't automatically make Diggs wrong. He even joked that you won't find him on yachts surrounded by extras, making it clear he wasn't disrespecting the women there, but simply describing the scene. Mase also reminded listeners that Diggs isn't married, he doesn't have a wife. From Mase's perspective, the star receiver is simply enjoying the freedom that comes with being single, and he didn't see that as a problem. And honestly, that opinion carries even more weight when you consider Mase's personal journey. This is someone who went from being one of Harlem's biggest rap stars to becoming a pastor, before later reinventing himself as a respected sports analyst. Because of that unique path, hearing Mase say, "Let the man live," hits differently than if those words came from almost anyone else. He isn't usually known for defending reckless behavior or excusing irresponsibility.
Poor decisions. Instead, Mase made a clear distinction between someone simply enjoying life and someone actually hurting other people. In his opinion, this situation never crossed that line. Then the discussion shifted to the mysterious pink substance, and this is where things took another unexpected turn. The hosts addressed the online rumors that the packet might have contained 2C, often referred to as pink cocaine, a synthetic party drug that has surfaced in several high-profile controversies. Even though 2C isn't technically cocaine, it can contain stimulant and psychedelic ingredients, which explains why so many people immediately assumed the worst. So it's understandable why the internet started connecting the dots. Even with all that speculation, Mase wasn't convinced. He said that from his perspective, the packet looked more like a Kool-Aid mix than anything illegal. He admitted the video wasn't clear enough for him to say with certainty what it actually was. More importantly, he pointed out that nobody in the footage was ever seen using or consuming anything, and that's one important detail a lot of people seem to ignore. The substance was never officially identified. There was no lab test, no public confirmation, and no evidence proving what was actually inside the bag. It could have been a powdered drink mix. It could have been flavored candy powder. The reality is, nobody outside the people on that boat truly knows. Stat Baby agreed that she never saw anyone actually consume anything either. At the same time, she admitted she was a little more skeptical than Mase. She said she couldn't confidently identify what the packet contained, but she understood why people online believed it looked similar to what they were describing. Even with those reservations, she stopped well short of accusing Diggs or passing judgment without real proof. Overall, the conversation felt much more balanced than a lot of the coverage coming from sports media at the time. Cameron's perspective especially sounded exactly like longtime fans have come to expect from him. When the discussion shifted to Diggs missing a voluntary off-season workout, Cam immediately pushed back against what he viewed as unnecessary media outrage. His point was straightforward. People were turning a relatively small issue into a much bigger story than it deserved. He argued that the media often creates headlines where there really isn't much of a headline. Cam reminded everyone that if an off-season workout is voluntary, then a veteran with more than a decade in the NFL has earned the right to prepare in his own way. From his perspective, skipping an optional session doesn't automatically mean a player isn't committed. And honestly, that's a fair argument. By 2025, Diggs had already put together an outstanding resume, with 11 NFL seasons, 857 receptions, more than 10,000 receiving yards, and 70 touchdowns. At that point in his career, he wasn't fighting to make a roster. He had already established himself as one of the league's elite wide receivers. But then, Cam steered the conversation in a direction that really caught people's attention. Instead of staying focused on the mystery bag or the viral boat video, he shifted the spotlight to one person, Cardi B. His first reaction wasn't even about football. Instead, he wondered what Cardi's reaction might have been after seeing the footage. And honestly, that's the same question a lot of people were asking. Here was someone coming out of a highly publicized and emotional divorce, publicly embracing a new relationship, only to suddenly watch her boyfriend become the center of another internet firestorm. After the two appeared together at major public events and officially confirmed their relationship on Instagram in front of millions of followers, seeing Diggs surrounded by other women in a viral video was always going to spark debate. Cam believed the relationship itself was the biggest storyline to come out of the entire situation, and plenty of people shared that opinion. StatBaby echoed a similar viewpoint, saying Cardi B
has every right to make her own choices and live life on her own terms. She felt both of them are adults still figuring things out, and she wasn't willing to let one viral clip become proof that their relationship was falling apart. Looking back, Cardi making the relationship fully Instagram official in June 2025 suggests she wasn't interested in letting internet rumors dictate her personal decisions. But here's where this story becomes much bigger than celebrity gossip. Beneath all the headlines is a much more important reality that's easy to overlook. Stefon Diggs is entering one of the biggest moments in his NFL career. At 31 years old, he's working his way back after tearing his ACL while playing for the Houston Texans in October 2024. Before that injury ended his season after only 8 games, he had already recorded 47 catches for 496 yards and 3 touchdowns. Now he's arriving in New England on a massive contract, with the expectation of becoming the #1 target for young quarterback Drake May as he enters just his second NFL season. The pressure couldn't be any higher. That's exactly why all this off-the-field attention comes at such a critical time, when Diggs' biggest focus should simply be getting healthy, producing on the field, and proving the Patriots made the right investment. Mase hinted at that message without ever saying it outright when he kept repeating that Diggs should continue living his life. It sounded less like a defense and more like subtle advice. Live your life, but never forget what's at stake. Because in today's world, someone is always recording. Someone is always ready to upload a video before you even realize a camera is pointed in your direction. And when you're a superstar athlete with a brand new contract, a new team, and one of the world's biggest celebrities as your partner, real privacy almost disappears. That's really the heart of this entire discussion. On one side, Diggs is a grown man with every right to have a personal life. He isn't married, he hasn't been charged with any crime, the substance shown in the video has never been identified, nobody was harmed, and once mandatory team activities began, he reported exactly as expected. By every public account from coaches and teammates, he's attacked his ACL recovery with professionalism and commitment. Wide receivers coach Todd Downing even praised Diggs' work ethic, saying the habits he developed under Brian Daboll in Buffalo have continued to stand out in New England. From a football standpoint, he's doing exactly what the Patriots brought him in to do. But on the other hand, perception often matters just as much as reality in today's NFL. The Patriots are trying to establish a new culture following the Bill Belichick era, and first-year head coach Mike Vrabel understands that distractions are the last thing a rebuilding team needs. Having one of the franchise's highest-paid players dominating social media because of a viral boat video isn't exactly the ideal way to begin training camp. Vrabel handled every public question professionally, but it's hard to believe serious conversations weren't taking place behind closed doors. That's one reason Mase and Cameron's conversation stood out from so much of the surrounding media coverage. Instead of adding more outrage, they tried to bring balance and perspective. They admitted the optics weren't great, but they also refused to pretend they knew facts that had never been confirmed. They reminded everyone that behind every viral headline is a real person, a player who helped build something special in Buffalo, battled through injuries in Houston, and is now trying to begin a fresh chapter in New England. Reducing that entire journey to one 30-second video simply doesn't tell the complete story. Cameron also made another point that's worth thinking about when he said the media is constantly searching for its next headline. Whether you agree or disagree, there's at least some truth in that observation. The non-stop sports news cycle always needs another story, and viral moments like this become easy fuel for endless
Speculation. Before long, assumptions begin sounding bigger than actual facts. Strip everything else away, and here's what we truly know. Diggs spent part of Memorial Day weekend on a boat. A mystery substance appeared in a video. Nobody has confirmed what it was. He spoke privately with his coach, and he returned when mandatory football activities began. That's the verified timeline. If this involved an ordinary person instead of an NFL superstar dating one of the biggest celebrities in the world, there's a good chance the internet would have forgotten about it within a few days. But because the names involved were Stefon Diggs, Cardi B, and the New England Patriots, this quickly became much more than another viral clip. It became a nationwide conversation. That's exactly why Mase and Cameron came across as two of the most level-headed voices throughout the entire debate. Their opinions weren't built on internet speculation, but on years of first-hand experience. Both men have spent decades living in the spotlight. Both know what it's like to have a single moment pulled out of context and transformed into a major headline. They've each experienced situations where millions of people rushed to judgment before hearing the full story. That's why the empathy they showed toward Diggs felt genuine instead of performative. At its core, this debate really comes down to one important question. Where should the line between personal freedom and public responsibility actually be drawn? Every superstar athlete eventually faces that challenge. The success, fame, and money that come with being an elite player create opportunities most people can only dream about. But those same rewards also bring non-stop attention from teams, the league, the media, and millions of fans who closely watch every move. Diggs understands that reality better than almost anyone. After more than a decade in the NFL, he knows today's comments can easily become tomorrow's headlines. That's probably why he chose to keep his answers short, remain professional, and avoid giving reporters anything that could turn into an even bigger controversy. Mase made a fair point by saying Diggs is simply a single man enjoying his life. Cameron also made a fair point by arguing that missing a voluntary workout shouldn't have been treated like a major scandal. StatBaby added another reasonable perspective by reminding people not to use one viral clip as proof that an entire relationship was falling apart. The truth is, none of us were on that boat. None of us know exactly what was inside that packet, and none of us truly know what was said between Diggs and Cardi B or between Diggs and the Patriots behind closed doors. Everything the public has debated has come from one short video and countless assumptions. Here's what we know with confidence. Stefon Diggs remains one of the most talented wide receivers of his generation. He now has an opportunity to begin a brand new chapter alongside Drake May and the New England Patriots, adding another chapter to a career already filled with elite performances, unforgettable moments, and yes, a few controversies along the way. His departure from Buffalo wasn't easy. His season in Houston ended much sooner than anyone expected because of injury. Now he's been given a fresh opportunity to reshape the narrative surrounding his career. Whether that mysterious pink packet turned out to be something harmless or something else entirely, it probably won't matter nearly as much as what happens once the regular season begins.
Mase's message was simple: live your life. Cameron's message was just as direct: don't create stories before the facts exist. Somewhere between those two perspectives is probably where the real truth lives. At the end of the day, Stefon Diggs isn't just another headline. He's an athlete fighting back after one of the toughest injuries in professional sports. Maybe that's something worth remembering before rushing to judgment. Let him get healthy, let him get back onto the field, and when the games finally begin, judge him by what he does between the sidelines, because that's where his legacy will truly be written. If you made it all the way to the end, I genuinely appreciate your support. Now I want to hear from you. Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let me know where you stand on the entire Stefon Diggs situation.